Ready, 50, plant.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7, past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
2 yards. And the Titans first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. Hey, you got 3 down, 3 down.
After the run, Tannehill going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Play action. It's Tannehill. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Derrick Henry. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
A first down carry for Henry. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Jonnu Smith, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Pass.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 40-yard line.
What now? 185. Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. No.
They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Second into his prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now Carr. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On 2nd and 10. Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. To throw, it's Carr. It's complete to Williams. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Forward is Mike. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. Accelerating, and off he goes. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Break. Go. Hey. My 7. Now.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. That is caught inside the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
General West.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Raiders nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Carr. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Vic Beasley able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. To try again after the sack. Carr, and it's knocked away and incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He's got his man. It's Williams. And this will get him all the way inside the Tennessee 20. A big play that time for the Raiders. 64 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Vic Beasley in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The kick by Carlson is good. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
4 yards on the pickup.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware, a ball may come your way.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
Here we go. 10 Lobo. 61, matchbox lights. 5.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Off play action, Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And now it's second down.
Ready, 30 base.
44. All right, D, let's go. All right, D. Check 24. Let's go.
Now Tannehill. He'll get this one complete to Davis. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Set, ready? 60 or.
Put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
On first down, Tannehill. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tannehill. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Second and goal from the 1. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Ryan Tannehill as the first half is winding down. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Point after, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr going up top. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Second half begins with a run from Miller. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Recon, 132 fighters.
Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
29.
Hey, orbit.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Mike, 55. Here we go. 55, Mike.
From the gun, it's Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. It's Williams on the catch. A very solid gain of 27. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Hey, 734.
Throwing again. Carr to the end zone, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive. knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Carlson able to put this one through. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Go!
Alert 3, alert 3.
They'll run it again with Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
You can't block me. Mark 55.
Get.
He may try and run for this. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 30, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Titans. How about that? Their quarterback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, drawing up some more running plays for this guy because he brings some excitement to this offense.
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in this career. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 work.
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 63 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To throw his car. This is caught by Williams. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Second and 6 at the 9-yard line.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, we're good.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2.
I'm here all day.
Now Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go!
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive? And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
I got you, boy.
Roll out. Hey, Charlie.
Here's Tannehill. Got a man. It's Brown. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he works free. Through an opening, and there he goes. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the third quarter. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Again, it's Henry. And some space here. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after here coming up. And the lead is now an even 30.
Makes the score Titans 49, Raiders 19.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive.
Switch out. Check. 55 to Mike.
Carr now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Raiders on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Mike, 55. Right there.
From the gun, Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Switch.
Hurry.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. The Titans on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 44-yard line.
Got it.
Mike, 44 is Mike. Check. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
On 2nd and 12, Tannehill. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He finds Humphries. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know there are plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
On first down, Carr throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and now it's third down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Throwing his Carr on third down. This is caught, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. In for the score. And the Raiders are able to eat just a bit into this sizable deficit.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You just tried to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
The extra point by Carlson, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, it's loose, and the Raiders have it. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 45-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
29 is the mic.
Now Carr. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. The Raiders on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Carr. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
37. Better bring it. You better bring it.
Carr going to go on 4th down. Aguilar has it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. A first down carry now for Miller. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw on 2nd and 6. Carr will find his tight end. That's Waller. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and they converted a second time for 6 points.
And the Titans are going to recover the football. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. 20. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson, and he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Henry. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, Henry. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. Derrick Henry all alone. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 19-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Titans, they move back over 500 at 7-6, and they will head